How's it going, guys? CotC here, and welcome back to another Octopath Champions of the Continent video. Today we're going to be going over the Gacha, the rates, sparking, everything you need to know about the Gacha. So, we're here in the Gacha menu, and in the closed beta there are 3 possible banners, which we can see off to the left. I'm going to be going through each of these, explaining what each of them do, as well as looking at the rates and whatnot. So, for our first banner, we have our first featured unit for the closed beta, which is Millard, the 5-star cleric. And if we take a look at the rates, the rate up is just Millard. He has a 0.8% chance to be pulled as a 5-star version and 0.4% chance to be pulled as a 4.5 star. Now, as for the total rates, you have a 2% chance of pulling a 5-star, 2% chance of pulling a 4.5 star, and the rest of the rates for 4-star, 3.5 star, and 3-star will be shown on your screen, basically divided up amongst all of the remaining units. Now, as far as bonus details, this basically means what bonus item are you getting alongside the characters that you are rolling. And in this case, you are getting a Millard fragment, and so what that means is it's basically counting your progress towards a spark. So if we hit the exchange button, it will take us directly to the exchange, which we took a look at this in the first video, the previous video in my CotC tutorial series. And as you can see, we can trade in 200 Millard fragments for a Millard Sacred Seal. So this is basically the equivalent of sparking in this game. And so you can keep track of how many times you've rolled on the banner in the top right corner. As you can see, we have not yet rolled on the banner, so we do not have any Millard fragments yet. And now, as far as the price of rolling, it is 30 rubies for a single roll, 300 rubies for a 10 roll. There is, unfortunately in this game, there is no bonus for doing a 10 roll over doing a single roll, so there's not like a guaranteed 4-star or higher or anything like that. So doing a 10 roll at once is basically just to save time. That being said, the 4-star rate is high enough that like you're gonna hit 4 stars. Like it's really hard to not hit at least one 4-star. All right, next let's look at the next banner, which is the Chance Encounter. So this is COTC's equivalent of the permanent banner. So the permanent banner is always going to be behind the featured units banner. The exception obviously being in this case because Millard is one of the starting 8 characters anyway. So currently the Chance Encounters banner is not behind. But eventually, once more characters start getting introduced into the game, the newest character will always have a featured banner, just like how Millard has right now, but they will not yet appear in the Chance Encounters banner until later on. Typically, this banner gets updated at the same time that the story gets a new chapter. And so at that point, the characters that had featured banners prior to that chapter coming out will be added to the permanent gacha. Now, unlike the Millard banner, where you get a Millard fragment and you can go to the exchange and potentially trade it in for either like sparking Millard or trade it in for other items such as the level up berry or Guidestones or things like that. The Chance Encounters does not have anything like that. Instead, it just holds a counter that goes up to 200. Once you have reached 200 rolls on the perma banner, you get a Veteran's Sacred Seal. And so, before we talk about the Veteran's Sacred Seal, let's first talk about the Traveler's Sacred Seal. Traveler's Sacred Seals are basically just single roll tickets. So every time you use one Traveler's Sacred Seal, that's just one single roll. And it basically follows the exact same pool as the perma pool. There's no rate up. You just have a chance to get just some units. It's just free rolls, free single rolls. There's basically no reason not to use these unless you want to potentially save them for future banners, as the permanent banner will constantly be getting updated with some of the newer characters. So if you really want to save up some of these, you can go ahead and do that, but also do note that these do not apply to the 200 counter for the Chance Encounters banner. You just spend the tickets and that's it. Now, the Veteran Sacred Seal, in contrast to the Traveler Sacred Seal, is always guaranteed to be a random 5-star unit from the permanent pool. So in this case, the only potential units that can be pulled from this are the starting 8 5-star units. And as you cannot currently whale in the game, I highly doubt that anybody's going to be able to reach 200 rolls to actually know what a Veteran Sacred Seal is, so I figure I should just let you guys know. Now, some other options that will be available in the game once it fully opens are the paid options. So the way you can tell the difference between a paid banner option and a free ruby banner option is by the color of the button. So currently, these buttons, like these guide buttons, they're blue. But when they are paid rubies only, they will show up as gold buttons. So that's how you'll know later on what type of banner you're looking at. One more paid option that you will have access to when the game fully launches is the paid daily roll. Just like a lot of other mobile gacha games, Octopath COTC has access to a daily roll, which is discounted compared to the normal price. So instead of the usual 30 gems for a single roll, you're instead paying 10 paid rubies, and that equates to around $1. Additionally, as a bonus, once you have done 30 of these discounted daily rolls, you get a free Veteran Sacred Seal, allowing you to pull from the permanent pool and try your luck and try to get a 5-star unit. So this basically equates to $30 to get a guaranteed 5-star. It could still be a dupe, but it's still pretty good value if you're looking for a cheap way to get your fix on some paid gacha. Now then, with that out of the way, let's get on to the main attraction, which is rolling. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 300 rubies that I have off of the start of this fresh account, and we're going to go ahead and see what we can get out of this 10 roll. As you can see, it will display how many paid and free rubies you have, and the game will always consume free rubies first before paid, so that you, in case you want to save your paid rubies for things like paid-only banners, paid-only promotions, things like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and roll. Alright, let's see what type of a ring we got. So, this is just a 3-star ring, but as I explained in the last video, there is a chance after we touch the ring for the aura to change, and once the aura has changed, that's how we know like the minimum of a rarity character that we've gotten in this 10 roll. So, so the aura actually changed to a 5-star aura, so there's a guaranteed 5-star somewhere in this 10 roll. Alright, so we'll just talk briefly about a few of the characters that we get, if there are some notable ones. I don't want to waste your guys' time talking about every single character. We can save that for a future video. So here we did get a dupe, so this is the perfect opportunity to talk about how dupes work in this game. So when you get a dupe, you will get Guidestones, and the number of Guidestones will depend on what rarity the character is. So if you get a 3-star dupe, you will get 60 copper Guidestones, corresponding to that character. If you roll a 4-star unit dupe, you will get 80 silver Guidestones, and if you roll a 5-star dupe, you will get 100 gold Guidestones, in addition to an awakening stone that you can use to awaken your character and unlock some permanent bonuses. Alright, here's our 5-star. And we got Viola! Nice! Viola is definitely one of the strongest characters that you can get. She's an outstanding debuff unit. Unfortunately, in the closed beta, just because of how short the span of content is, you don't really have a chance to experience Viola's full potential, but she is absolutely an extremely strong unit, and definitely one of my top picks for a unit that you should be looking out for once the full game releases. Very, very happy with that pull. Alright, let's keep going.
もっと頑張らな立派な狩人にならなきゃ
So, a quick fun fact actually, concerning some of the 3-star units, you probably have noticed that some of these 3-star units, they all have very similar hats, and they all have very similar names ending in Y and things like that. So characters like Sunny, Many, Dory, characters like those, Connie. And so those characters all belong to a set of characters that are known as the octuplets. Oh my god, I got another 5-star. I got Lynette as well? Holy moly! This 10 roll's actually insane. Wow. Okay, all right, Lynette. I'm really sorry that I have to interrupt that thought about the octuplets, but like I just need to talk about this character. So Lynette is the other character that I think is the absolute top tier of characters that you want to be looking out for starting off a new account. So between Viola and Lynette, Viola is an outstanding top tier debuffer, while Lynette is an outstanding top tier buffer. So both of these characters can be included basically on any team that you ever want. And the fact that I got both of these on the same 10 roll is actually insane. Dude, why couldn't I have this luck when I started my real account? Holy moly. All right. So anyways, back to talking about... What the heck is this roll? Are you kidding me? I got a Teo dupe as well? I'm absolutely speechless. Wow. All right, so Teo dupe. So you do get an Awakening Stone regardless of whether you pull a 4.5-star dupe or a 5-star dupe. But if you have a 4.5-star version and you pull another 4.5-star, unfortunately that does not allow your unit to get a class up, but you will still get the Awakening Stone. All right, Camilla. All right, I just want to finish the 10 roll before I start talking about like the octuplets again, because I don't want to get interrupted by any surprise 5-star again. This roll was absolutely insane. But yeah, so just real quick, so we have a few of them on our screen right now. So Connie, Penny, Sunny. So those characters belong to a group of characters called the octuplets, and they're basically like the I guess we can call them like the poster children of the game. You will see them basically in all of the, when they introduce a new character, you're going to be seeing all of these octuplets as well in the video alongside the new character. And a really, really neat thing about these particular set of 8, so 4 of them are girls and 4 of them are boys. And all of the girls are voiced by the same voice actress, Ayaka Suwa, while all of the boys are voiced by the same voice actor, who I believe is Shun Horie, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this roll absolutely insane. I actually can't believe I rolled this many good units. This is, oh my god, what an insane way to start off this account. Okay, so while we go through these character introductions, I do want to mention there are a set of 4 characters that I do want to give an important note to that you might want to look out for as a new player. And those are characters that have the Study, Foe, or Analyze abilities. So in the original game, Cyrus had the Study, Foe, and Analyze that allows you to reveal the weaknesses of enemies. And in this game, there are 4 units that have access to those abilities starting out. And they are the 4-star scholar Paradir, as well as all of the 3-star scholars Dory, Julio, and Eunice. Now, the 3-star scholars, they do not have access to the Study Foe passive that allows them to reveal enemies when you enter the battle. Instead, they only have access to Analyze, which reveals weaknesses upon using a skill. Paradir, on the other hand, he's a very, very famous character among like new players' accounts due to his Study Foe ability. Whenever he enters the battle, he will reveal 1 weakness from all foes. And so for that reason, he's a very, very good character that you will want to be looking for as a new player, as he just greatly increases the quality of life of your early to mid-game experience. Just being able to go into every random encounter and just constantly reveal weaknesses is very, very nice. Now, I do want to note that although Paradir is very, very useful for that passive, he is not a very good combat unit. So just know that like you can bring him with you into battle, but he's not going to be the greatest unit. If you want to use a scholar, I would recommend potentially looking into other units. Although he is one of the few good fire attackers, so if you are in need of a fire attacker, you can also bring him for that. Now, as far as how much you will want to roll, we'll do that later. As far as how much I think you should roll when starting out the game, I think that a good place to settle is having probably like 2, maybe 3 5-star units, as well as 1 of each role. As long as you can cover that much, I think that you're basically set to go for quite a bit, and you can just start saving up your rubies for future rolls. So, let's go ahead and go into our party. Let's go ahead and set up a party real quick. I can give you guys an idea of how I would set up a party with the units that I've gotten. So let's see. We did not pull... What are we missing? We are missing a tome unit. So we did not pull a tome unit. I think that if you get 7 out of the 8, you're still in a pretty good position. So I'm perfectly happy with doing something like this. All right. So that's gonna conclude this video. Thanks for watching, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I will get to answering any questions that you guys have that I didn't already answer in these videos. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next video where I'm going to be going over things like the battle interface, loot, as well as the blacksmith and the shop, and leveling up job points and the skill board. So look forward to that video as well. Until next time, this has been Shizukats, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.